Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1. And man, am I excited to unveil this understanding that I've been given from the Lord. I'm so excited to reveal what is the real 811, just because it really answers the questions I've had about the timing, the time frame for about a year. And I've presented many possibilities, and it's very strange how all these relate to this time frame. And like I've shown in my last several videos, the August attacks, basically 811, it has the most things tied to it. And I'm going to show that, but I'm going to show you what the real 811 is. But what I first want to say is I want to beg each one of you, and I'm just going to get on my knees right now, not literally, but, figuratively in my heart. I'm just asking you and I'm begging you, please, this is not about me. This is not, I don't make any money off this. One time I was sick and I asked for some help. That's it. I don't make any money on this. This is all my time and effort. It's about warning people. What's coming is going to be devastating. I am so serious about that. And I beg every single one of you that is watching this to share it with people, as many as possible. Even if you have to say, hey, look at this thing with this crazy guy. Whatever, get this in front of people. Whether this is the exact moment or not, or the exact time frame or whatever, they'll see the connections and it will blow their mind and it will get through them. And when it finally happens, the Lord will show them that He is doing this. It is so crazy. I'm telling you, this is what is going on. So I just beg you to do that and share this with as many people as possible, whether they believe or don't, or believe the end times or not, whatever. It doesn't matter, because it's going to come upon every single person, this stuff I'm talking about, which first is mega tsunamis. They hit both coasts, if you don't know. And that's what I've shown in my videos. And then a couple days later, a nuclear attack on the United States. And I'm going to show that more. And this is also part 1 of 2 parts. Okay, and stay with me on this. I was going to make it just one, but it ended up being probably over 2 hours. So I separated it into 2 parts. And both parts go together. And it's going to be even more mind-blowing the next one. This stuff I have to show you this video, but next video is going to be even more mind-blowing, confirming this date. But you will know this date, this video. So I don't want to belabor this at all, but please share this as much as possible. Okay, so what is the real 811? Okay, so January 21st of this year was a significant blood moon. Well, why? Because later in the year was Passover of April 19th. Okay, and you say, okay, yeah, whatever. Well, there was another blood moon in July 16th, and this is unusual for this year, any year. The reason why this is the year of the 88 and 811 and 77, like I've said, is because of this. The difference between these events is 88 days. It's phenomenal what's going on this year. And so they're pointing to this event that's going to happen this month of 88. And I'm going to show you why. Now, if you look at 88, it's actually 8 times 11, which is 811. This is pointing to the real 811, and this is because it's this year. So this was made by the difference between these blood moons was put there by God. He created this way, and then they placed the Passover right in the middle to fit all their symbolism and all their religious, all that religious symbols that they use and everything, and all this messaging that they're using. Okay, so this is very crazy. This is why it's this year. Not only is it this year for many other reasons, like I've mentioned in my past videos. This is the year of 19, which is chaos, and that's what they believe in gematria. This is God's number 9, which is judgment. I've had, for example, my friend Aaron at Redeemed 44 get a word, and he's a prophet, get a word that it's 2019. There's just so many things. I could go on and on and on and on about 2019, but I'm not. This is not what this is about. But I'm going to show you that this is 2019, and I believe this is the time frame. I believe it's in August. Now, again, I'm speculating still. This is my theory, but I really think this could be it. This really, man, and you decide. You decide on this, just like all my videos. You decide, and at least be warned about what's coming. Okay, so So knowing that, the 88s in between, then it came to my mind, the Lord put in my mind, what's the relationship between August 11th and September 11th? I mean, they both use 11s. It's really crazy. Like, there's something there. And then I started thinking, remembering what I learned about the Julian calendar. And a lot of people believe it's off by 13 days. If you studied it all, you know some of that. But I've done some research that says otherwise. It's a different amount of days. Okay, and so remembering that, I'm like, well, what if I were to use 9/11 as a key to point to 8/11? And what if I went backwards and then went forwards with August 11th and backwards with September 11th? So if you go forward with August 11th and backwards with September 11th, the same amount of days, and you keep going forward or backward, you get to August 27th. This is the day you've been waiting. Why is that significant? Because the difference between August 11th and August 27th is 16 days, which is 8 plus 8. And the difference between September 11th and August 27th is you go back 16 days, which is 8 plus 8. So we have the 88s. Just like we would have, you see the relationship here from this to those blood moons and Passover is super significant. Super significant. Okay, this is really crazy. All right, and I'm going to show you some support on another reason why Julian calendar is actually what it is compared to the Gregorian. So if you look at here, when you read this, I'm going to read all this, but Julius Caesar instituted Julian calendar on 45 BC by edict. Okay, and it was done by, and then later in 1582, Pope Gregory the 13th basically said, hey, this is off, we need to change this. Okay, so to get the calendar back in sync with astronomical events like the vernal equinox or the winter solstice, a number of days were dropped. In fact, those are their pagan holidays, and so they had to do that, plus make the calendar so bizarre so it lines up with different things. It's kind of like the English language, if you think about it. The English language, you can literally, for humor and for different things, we have the same words for different things. And that's all by design. So certain things relate to other things. I mean, the English language doesn't make sense, really. I mean, we could literally have one word and it can mean 4 or 5 different things. Things like that. There's a lot of the precise languages don't do that. They are very specific, and that is for humor, symbolism. I mean, all kinds of things that are spiritual to manipulate people. That's what English is designed to do. So the papal bull, Pope Gregory 13th in 1852 decreed, I decree that 10 days be dropped. So they're saying that, that at that point in 1582, it was 10 days off. Well, if we're looking at all the details, like I am, there's something that sticked out to me. Something's askew, something's wrong. Okay, and if my information is not correct, then I'm not correct. But based on the information that I'm going to present to you, I'm going to show you what is off here. Okay, in this whole thing. So again, we're looking at, let me explain this to you. During the Middle Ages, it became apparent that the Julian leap year formula had overcompensated for the actual length of a solar year, having added an extra day every 128 years. So by 1582, seasonal equinoxes were falling 10 days too early. So the key is 128 years here. Okay, so let's do the math here. All right, and I'm going to show you this. This is very crazy. This is a big key to what I'm talking about the 16 days. So 45 BC was before 0 year right here, right? Okay, and then forward from that is 1582 years. So what you do is you add both together, and that gives you 1627 years. Well, 1627 years divided by 128 is 12.71 days. Not 10 days that the Catholic Church said, that Pope Gregory and the Catholic Church said by edict or by, mandate for the papal bull, from their pulpit, in a sense, in their bully pulpit, whatever you want to say it, however you want to say it. Okay, not 10 days. And, that's not a surprise. I mean, look where the Pope sits. You don't see where he sits completely right here, but this is where he sits. He sits at the mouth of the serpent. Okay, if you haven't seen this before, I've shared this before, but this is where the Pope sits. This is where his seat is, right here. That's where his seat, that's where he's sitting, right there. This is the Vatican audience hall, the Catholic audience hall of the Vatican. You can look it up. And it's a serpent's head. In fact, from both where he's sitting, if he looks towards the audience, you can look at the pictures of that. It looks like the serpent is eating the people. And right here, he's speaking from the mouth. There's the fangs right there. Here are the eyes right here. Here are the scales up here, right? It is crazy. Here's the tongue right here, down here. I mean, it is a serpent. And even from either direction, if you're looking from his vantage point or this vantage point, and then from the top, if you were in a helicopter outside looking down, it looks like the head of a snake cut off and laying on the ground. You will not believe it if you don't know this already. If you already know this, then you know that they lie. And so they lied. They lied. So you can do simple calculations. So 45 BC, when the Julian calendar began, to 2019, okay, you add those together, you get 2,064 days. Divide by 128 gets you 16.13 days, or rounded down 16 days. Like I said, that's the difference between them. So if we go back to this again, August 11th of 2019, if you go forward 16 days, it's August 27th. So that's what's off of the calendar. And they're going secretly by the Julian calendar. That's off by 16 days, which is the 8-8. That's why they're showing 8-8 and all this stuff, which I've shown in my last several videos, 8-8 or 8-8-8 or whatever. Today, the reason why I'm releasing the second part today is 8 days until August 27th. And this is a big deal. It's 8 days until the 8-8 and the 7-7 and the 8-11 and all this stuff, okay? It's also the 7-7. So, because August 11th to August 27th is 7, because 1 plus 6 days is 7. And so this is all their symbolism to match everything. It's their fake, 7 is in God's number, spiritual perfection. It's their fake spiritual perfection. So 7-7 would be established spiritual perfection, because 2 is established. And then they want to make their own spiritual perfection with the birth of the Antichrist on 8-11 on the Julian calendar, is what they are putting out there all over in media and everything. Okay, so what I'm saying in a nutshell, in a different way of seeing it so you can understand it, 9/11 attacks in 2001 9/11 was 8/27 on the Julian calendar, because it's off by 16 days. And then this 8/11 is 8/27 on the Gregorian calendar. So what they have in common is 8/27, be it on the Gregorian or on the Julian. It doesn't matter. That's what 8/11 and 9/11's relationship is. This is crazy. This is unlocked. This is unlocked. So hopefully you're seeing this. So also, let me give you something else here. From September 11th, which is 9/11 in 2001, to August 27th, which is the real 8/11, is 6560, which is 11. 6 plus 5 is 11. And then 6, upside down and backwards, is 9/11. Also, so that's 9/11, right? Okay, the difference between these two dates. We know September 11th, and I'm saying this next second 9/11 attack on August 27th. So we got 9/11 date right in here. And then check this out. We have 1 plus 7 is 8. And then we have 11 right here, of course. And then 1 plus 7 is 8. So we have 8/11, 11, 8. So we're basically showing 8/11 right here. So in the difference between the two dates is 9/11 and 8/11. Are you seeing this? I got more. I got a lot more. Okay, so I want you to put in your mind, August 27th is the day, and it's the 239th day of the year with 126 days left in the year. So when I really understood this thing that they do with the days of the year and the days left, it really unlocked a lot of things for me. In fact, like I said, August 27th, this is the second 9/11 that's coming. is the 239th day of the year, and that's 923 backwards, or 923. Some people say, oh, not technically not 923, but in a way, look at it this way, 923. Okay, and people have said in movies and media, you see 923 all over the place, or 923. It could be looked at either way. But in 923 example, we have 923:15. That was Obama, the Antichrist, meeting with the Pope, which is the false prophet, sealing the deal for the destruction of the United States. That's what that was. If you didn't know, it was a contract they sealed for the end of the United States, the beginning of their union in front of the world. Basically, the Pope was addressed Congress, which is so much for separation of church and state. But they promoted him during that time, the false prophet, and he was pointing to the Antichrist, Barack Obama. Okay, and 239 or 923, like Jesus told me, was the destruction of the United States. I had a dream that 923, America is laid low, and that was about over 4 years ago. Okay, and then months ago, about 6 months ago, Jesus came up to me in a dream real quick, and he walked up to me and he whispered in my ear, 923 is 623. And then that unlocked more. I was doing stuff on iPad Go, and that unlocked so much, and I'm going to show you some of this stuff. But so keep in mind, the other thing I want to mention is the 126 and how it relates. These two relate to each other, the things I'm going to show you. 126 is the 126th day of the year as well, not just what's left off from the 239th day of the year. It's also the 126th day of the year with 239 days left. Is the mirror. What was the 126th day of the year? It was May, if I can write here, 6th. Okay, what was substantial about May 6th? Well, so much, but Prince Archie, the royal baby, was born, which, like I've mentioned in my videos, he is a type of the Antichrist Barack Obama, because he's partially black from his mother, who is partially black, which I think she might even be a man. I haven't proven that, but that's what I think might be. And it was a fake pregnancy, and who knows what who this baby is, and if it's a clone or whatever, like Barack Obama. But anyway, Barack Obama's a clone because he has no birth certificate, and his social security number is from a dead person. He literally has no birth certificate. It's been proven by 2 houses of forensics in Europe and one in the United States. Anyway, so this baby that was born, he was born on 126th day, and 126, like I mentioned many times, is 21 times 6, or 216, which is the number of the day of the year Barack Obama was born. Supposedly on August 4th is the 216th day of the year. There's so many correlations. I mean, he's partially black, so is Barack Obama. And then Meghan Markle, the mother of the baby, so-called, her birthday was surprisingly the 216th day of the year as well, August 4th as well. Okay, I mean, there's so many connections to this. And then Archie is short for Archer, which is Apollo, which is what's going to be unleashed out of the pit, Apollyon, which is related to the Antichrist as well, and Barack Obama as well. It's just so much going on there. But I want you to get an idea of the 239 and the 126 in a year. You add them together, and that's 365 days in a year. Okay, so here's Archie's father, supposedly, right? Prince Harry, and the Queen of England. Okay, and this is a commercial I talked about before many times. I finally unlocked it completely. This is about the Invictus Games, the false I am, which God is really I am. Anyway, not to get into all that. So they're looking at this, and there's a picture on the other side of this that they're looking at, and it's this picture. Okay, this is kind of the top half, so you can see a little bit better. Okay, this is so much in here. So this is what we have. We have 827 and 811. So 811 is what they're promoting, but the real 811 is right here, 827. So the 223rd day of the year right here, okay, is 811. And the 239th day of the year is 827. It's right in front of your face. And so this is first. This British guy is first. He's first in the race. So that comes first. And then next after him is the 827. Right? Now look, it's also, this arrow is pointing to this guy behind him, which you can hardly see it, but it says 27. You can hardly see the 7, but it is a 7. 27. So that even more confirms it's 827. This is crazy, people. Okay, and so the difference between 223 and again 239 is 8 plus 8, which is 16, or the 7. Okay, that's another way they look at it. The 7 or the 8 or the 16. Again, the reason why they have all these different associated numbers is for symbolism and imagery and all so they can have all these different dates relate to the same thing, and they can throw out all these false dates that look like it, but they're just pointing to the actual date and all this stuff. It's all their big scheme. Okay, also to obscure the actual date so no one finds it and people give up. I can tell you how many people were on the trail of the day that the rapture is going to happen, and they gave up. I mean, so many people on YouTube, so many people that I've known, they just gave up. It's just crazy, and that's by design by the enemy, because he's not at the same time he's putting putting out dead ends, but they point to the actual day, and then he's also at the same time in these dead ends he's putting out more of his doctrine and this false religion belief of the Kabbalah and all the stuff that they believe in, all these Luciferian global elites believe in. Okay, these Zionists, these Antichrist people and spirits. Okay, so how does that relate to iPad Goat 2? Well, this right here, we'll get into this right now. This right here is showing the yin and yang, but it's just the yin. So this is the yin part of yin and yang. It's the top part. It's the dark part right here. Okay, and this is a timeline, and this comes from J.K. Bugout. When I first started looking at iPad Goat, I was watching some of his videos, and he showed the timelines. And this is a big timeline that he showed. This is all his efforts here, and I'm just going to play off some of the stuff he's shared. Okay, so this is 2017. How is this 2017? Okay, well, let me first share this. Okay, we're talking about yin years are 2017 and 2019, and the yang years, the light side of the yin and yang, are the even numbered. So 2016, 2018, 2020. Then the odd years are like 2017, 2019, the yin years, and yin is the dark side. It's dark, female, it's all kinds of different things, and this is part of that belief system. Okay. So let me show you here why this is important. Well, this is 2017, and why is this 2017? Because this is a yin year, which 2017 was. You have January, February, March, April, May. Let me use this, actually. Let me use this. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Right here in August of 2017 was a solar eclipse. On August 21st, 2017, solar eclipse. And there's some other things that point to this being 2017, but that's the main thing I'm going to show right now. Okay, this is 2017. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to August. And then this is September when a lot of the hurricanes happened. It just so happened to happen. The Obama figure. This is Obama with purple on him, or it's really ultraviolet. And then he's got an ear right here. Obama's known for his ears. He has the L right here and the C sideways. LC is 12:3, Revelation 12:3, and he's the dragon. I've shown how Obama caricature is closing his hands, and this originally was shown by JK as well, with these white gloves, and it looks like an egg, and he's eating the egg. He's trying to eat the child, and it sounds like he's laughing, but he's really trying to eat the egg. So this is 9, 10, 11, 12, but also it's also 2019. Okay, like I showed, it's 2017 and 2019. Okay, how's it 2019? Well, same thing. You start here, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. But guess what? In this year, this is one of the reasons why they're joining. I'll show you the reasons I know. Again, there's could be multiple reasons why this stuff's going on. That's what's amazing about iPad Goat, in a sense, because it requires these high intelligence demons. Not humans couldn't come up with this. There's so many layers in each scene. It's just crazy. There's so many things I haven't even found, and I mean, people have found all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. A lot of them are correct, and I'm just looking for the things that matter the most. So this is July, but it morphs into this one. So this is July. Okay, so this ends up being July, this whole thing, because they're connected. And why? Because this is the solar eclipse right here. There's a solar eclipse in July 2nd. Okay, and over South America. So in 2017, we had a solar eclipse in August, and these were separated in a sense. August was solar eclipse, and that went through the North America, and then the solar eclipse in 2019 in July 2nd went through South America. Okay, and it says putting a line through it, canceling out both of these because judgment's coming. In fact, at some point, all of North and South America will be desolate from Planet X. All the plasma meteorites that are in the tail are going to hit all of one side of the Earth, which is North and South America, which is 1/3 of the land, which is in Revelation, in the Bible, and a couple other places of the Bible, about 1/3 of the Earth being burned and destroyed. 1/3 of the land exists from the North America, South America side. On that side of the hemisphere is 2/3 water, 1/3 land. That's how 1/3 can be destroyed. Anyway, that's another subject. Wow. But also, it is something else. Not only is this 2019 and this is July, then this becomes, instead of September, this becomes August. And again, this is Obama right here, the birth of the Antichrist. He is the Antichrist, and that is the 6th as well as being August. And then, like I've said, what Julian T. pointed out is George Bush caricature says August backwards in iPad Goat, and this is August, which is Obama, which is the Antichrist, which is the L and C sideways right here on his body, which is Revelation 12:3, which reveals the dragon, which he is as well. And he's going to go after all the Christians that are left after the rapture of the remnant body of Christ that are going to be taken off, not the rest of the Christian church, which are deceived and not following Jesus and don't know him. Okay. So also what this is, like I said before, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side of her. She's like a slash. Okay, and then we have 2 because these 2 are joined, because this is the year of instead of being 3, it's 2. This is the year of 2019, the yin year of 2019, and these are 2. 1, 2, not 3, because they're joined right here, and then 3 right here. So 6, 2, 3. Also, what you see right here is this is a 6. It's down here as well. There's a 6 backwards, but most people can't see it. But so this is a little bit more obvious. Another way of seeing it, because it's all over the place. This is a 6 in her hair, and then this is a 2, 3 upside down. See the 2 right there and the 3 upside down. Another way of looking at it. Okay, so there's 6, 2, 3s all over, like I've shown. And Jesus told me that. He didn't tell me, I might have not seen 6, 2, 3. I might have assumed it was 9, 2, 3, like my other dream, and I didn't even know about that because I wouldn't even known about that if I haven't gotten that dream about 923 America is laid low. And I never used the word laid low. I didn't even know what it meant. I had to look it up, and that showed me that wasn't a dream for me. Plus, when I dream, I don't remember anything. I literally don't remember any of my dreams unless I get them from the Lord, and they're super sharp, super clear. They're amazing. And so that's why I give a lot of credence to it. Maybe he did that with me on purpose. I don't know. So 623 is 923 or 239 or 923, like Jesus said. Now let me say another reason why 623 is the birth of the Antichrist. Because in the Roman calendar that was before the Julian calendar, here's an example for August, which came from Augustus right here. It really is a derivation of Augustus Caesar, is where we get August from. Okay, but in August, in the Roman calendar, there was 29 days, and the Julian calendar changed to 31 days. Now, up to this point, up to August hasn't even started, but up to August, we're actually missing 4 days. But I'm not getting to that. That's another reason why this is 623, but I'm not getting to that right now. But August is really sextilis in the Roman calendar, so that's what they're going by when they're kind of using stuff in iPad Go. They're going by different calendars. They're going by the Chinese lunar calendar with the yin and yang. They're going by the Gregorian. They're going by the Roman calendar, and they're going by the Julian calendar. And it's just hard to, and you got to decipher all that. And unfortunately, the Lord's given me keys. Otherwise, I wouldn't understand jack. It's crazy. Okay, so we got sextilis, which means 6. Okay, sextilis, which was August in the Roman calendar, is really sextilis, which is 6. Sext is 6. Just like September is 7, even though we consider it the 9th month on this, but originally it's in Latin. September is 7. Sept is 7. In Latin, oct is 8, but in our calendar, shows you what they're really going by, and it's a little secret what month it really is. Why would they keep the names the same, but they really mean Oct means 8, but it's October is the 10th month. Novem means 9, but Novem is the 11th month. November is the 11th month. Dec, decimal dec is 10. I mean, it's in all kinds of language, and but it is, it's the 12th month. That makes no sense. See, again, the Gregorian makes no sense unless it's for their secrets and their messaging and all the different things that they're doing. And I'm showing you that. I'm proving that, really, frankly. Okay, so it's really, August is really 6. So then let's look at August 27th, the 239th day. And let's compare it to August 4th, so-called Barack Obama's birthday, which, it was just made up to fit all this stuff. Okay, so let's take the 239th day and minus the 216th day of Barack Obama's day. You get 23 days. 23 again. Wow, they're really into 23. But even more than that, just take the August or the sextilis, the 6, and put it in front of 23, and it's 623. Also, like I mentioned, up to August in the Roman calendar, not even including August, is minus 4 days difference from the Roman calendar to the Julian calendar. If you take 4 days off, or you take 4 days off the 27th, you get 23, and that's still 623. It is crazy if you understand it. This is mind-numbing in a way. It's mind-blowing and mind-numbing at the same time for me, because I'm like, these people are so evil. And the demons that come up with this stuff, there's only way you could do it is if demons came up with this stuff, because all these things coordinating this massive amount of numbers, these calendars that go for thousands of years, hundreds and thousands of years. I mean, are you kidding me? It's crazy. It's only demonic. People can't keep coming up with this. You'd have to have constant communication between people and generations and all this stuff. Demons are the thing that runs through all the fabric of all this. Hopefully you see this. Okay, there's so much more I have. Wait till next video when I unlock the Georgia Guidestones, and I'll leave it in my next video, part 2, which is coming in a day or two. I should be able to finish in a day or two, hopefully a day, maybe 2 days. Wait till you see in Jesus basically revealed in the Gospels the day that's coming, the day of the nuclear attack on the United States, okay, which is actually the 29th, 2 days later. Jesus says it in the Gospels, and I'm going to show you. You won't believe it. So this is some big information right here, but the next video, whoo dog, man, it's going to knock your socks off. They're going to fly across the room. If you have shoes on, man, you may not be able to find them. Okay, I'm telling you, if this doesn't blow your socks off right now, then that won't, but it will. Okay, so I'm also correlating the markets that went down. I've been doing this for a while, and I've been waiting. I've shared this kind of stuff in some previous videos, but it's been a while. I've been waiting to get closer to the time, and now this nails it. Okay, so on August 14th, let me just do that. Okay, August 14th, the stock market went down, Dow, NASDAQ, all that stuff. And if you look at the Dow right here, this is crazy. So we have it went down 849, and it went down 3.05%, right? Well, that is 8, the 800, you don't count the zeros. 49 is 7 times 7, and then 3 plus 5 is 8. So we have the 88 and the 77, just like I showed you in the calendar from August 11th to September 11th. We have the 8, 8, and the 7, 7. It just keeps going, people. Okay, and then August 14th, that was a few days ago, now 5 days ago, was August 14th was 13 days before August 27th. Okay, why is that important? Okay, so if you total up both columns, like I've shown in my previous videos, this is how they hide these secrets here. Now I'm going to put these totals over here on the right. Okay, those are the totals, and if you actually total them up, 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2, and you got a point, is 7, and you have the 239 right there, and then you have the point, and then the 58 is 13. So that's 7239.13. What that is saying is 13 days until the day 239 which is the 7. Okay, like I've shown, 16 is 1 and 6 is 7. So that's what they're showing here. This is not massive, huge, ridiculous coincidence. And I'm going to show you. This is all planned. This is the only way this could work out. This is the only way it could work out. Okay, I'm going to show you more here. Okay, look at the Asian market here. Look at this. You got 2, 3, 5 plus 4 is 9. 2, 3, 9. And then look, 5 plus 8 is 13 right here. 13. But even more than that, you have the confirmation there's a 13 as well. Remember, we just saw 2, 3, 9, and 13. But right here is 3, and this is 10. 5 and 5 is 10. So that's 13. So it's minus 13. So minus 13 from 2, 2, 3, 9. Okay, and you get August 14th is when this happened. All this happened right here, and in the other markets. Okay, it's right in front of your face. It's hidden in plain sight, like they believe. It's all right here. Let me give you another example right here. Germany's DAX was down further, 1.2% at 11. And then look, just go like this. 3 plus 5 is 8. So we have 11, 8 right here, 11, 8. And then there's a 9. So right here is, what's 8, 9? It's 8. If I can write 8, 2, 7. 9 is 2 plus 7. Another way of hiding it. So we have 8, 11 and 9, 9, 2, 7. Or 9, or, we got 8, 11. God help me. 8, 11 and 8, 9. 8, 2, 7. Just another way of doing it, another way of hiding it. But it's there. Okay, it's just messing with math and messing with numbers. I mean, this is not, there's no way this could be, that these all would coordinate. Now look at this. Even they've got these pictures of these guys and these different articles that show this, where their numbers coordinate. I mean, why? How could all this coordinate? Look at this guy's number right here. It's 233, which is 8. Okay? And we got this guy's numbers, 2925, which 29 is 11. Let me do it over here. 11. And then 25 right here is 7. Remember, 11-7 is 7-11. It's the 11th day of the 7 months into the calendar, which is really August 11th. August, when you get to August, the beginning of August, you've only been in 7 months. And then when August is done, it's the 8th month. So 7-11 is 7 months in and 11 days, and that is August 11th. 7-11 is August 11th, which is showing right here. So if this is 11-7, you have 8. Let's do that together. 8-11-7. So it's showing 11-7, which is 11th month. 11th day with 7 months already passed, which is 8-11. It's right there. Hopefully that makes sense if I made that clear. But it's right there. It's right there on these people's stuff. I mean, they're taking these pictures. It's all planned. This is all. It's crazy. I'm showing you. Here's another one. Well, that's super obvious. This guy's all like, oh, again, it's fear. Markets are going down. Oh, and they want fear, and people who are in the market to be fearful and everything too. There it is, 11-8. And he looks like, oh, he's all concerned, right? Okay. By the way, this guy comes by again soon. Okay, and then we have this one here, 2-8. 2-8 is 11, is 2. Again, you can break that apart, 8. And then right here we have 1 plus 3 plus 7 is 11. So there you go, 11, 8, 11. Either way, backwards, forwards, that's what they do. Okay, it's right there again. I mean, the chance of all these guys and this many, of all the numbers that are out there with these different people and there being these articles and everything, are you kidding me? I mean, seriously, you can't make all this stuff work. You can't. I've tried to make different things work, and you just can't. You can't shoehorn this stuff into something that doesn't fit. It just doesn't work. People said, oh, the numbers, you make them whatever you want. No, you can't. I mean, if you want to look like you're making them up, and you can obviously, if you try to do that, and that looks like it. But I'm showing you stuff that you cannot, I mean, you can't. Again, there's that guy again, the 118 guy, and now he's got this concerned look with his hand over his mouth. Oh, he's concerned, and this is a different agency reporting it, picking the same guy. It's crazy, man. This is, and then we had August 16th. Which was August, was like in my last video, was August 8-8. It was 8-8-8. August 16th is 8-8-8. 16 is 8 plus 8. Like I mentioned, the 8 plus 8 or the 16, that's another reason why it was significant, because it's the 16, because the joint count is up by 16. And of course, S&P is up by 2,888 on the August 16, which is 888. Are you kidding? And then also on August 16th, here's another 888, okay? Boom. In fact, we have 7, 7. 2 plus 5 is 7. 6 plus 1 is 7, and then the 88 in the middle. Remember you saw that? And then here's the 8 over here, too. So we have 888 on 888. And then we have the 7, 7 in there as well. So you can look at it just 88, or you can look at it 888, and then this is 888. They're into both. Again, like I've mentioned before, Donald J. Trump is 888, and just Trump is 88. So he's the president of this time, and this whole transition that's coming in the 88. Okay, and then these relate to what I showed you earlier on August 14th, when the Dow went down. So we got just reverse. We have 88 in the inside and 77 on the outside. We got 77 the inside, 88 on the outside. Because it's about both symbols, both imagery, both numbers that relate to all this. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. There's so much I could even show that I can't even get into, because I'm trying to get into these main points, the biggest information I can get to show you. Okay, so now today is August 19th. Why is that significant? Like I mentioned earlier, it's 8 days before August 27th. So I think this cycle started on the 16th, which was 888, and it's 11 days until August 27th. And I'm going to go on more in depth on the end of my next video to kind of sum it up. But how is today related to 4th of July? Okay, and I'm going to show you. Okay, and I want to thank. Oh my gosh, now I can't remember the name. Oh my gosh. Cupo? Oh my God. Oh, Lord help me. But see, this is what happens when I try to give people credit that I don't know. Somebody in my comments, it was Kuno. No, anyway, you know who you are. You mentioned this, and this fit perfectly. Man, I want to say what it is, what the name is. Anyway, I can't remember now. Wow. See, because I'm thinking about all these different numbers and all this kind of stuff. It's hard to remember all this stuff. Okay, so anyway, 4th of July to August 19th is, look at this, 888. So 88,800 days. That is not a coincidence. And then check it out, because August 19th is 8 days away. It's 88,000. My Lord, help me. 88,808 days. That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. That's how 4th of July relates to the second 9/11. It's going to happen. And the 8s. There we got the 8-8 and the 8-8. And to the founding of the country. The founding of the country, by the way, like I've mentioned before, 1776 is 888 plus 888. If I can write that. I do 8's weird, but... So 888 plus 888 is 1776. And that was all Masons that founded our country. If you look into it at all, you'll see. And I've showed the layout of Washington, D.C. and, in Rome, the Vatican and everything, and all Rome, it's just crazy. It's all laid out by Masons and Masonic stuff and demonic entities that worked in people to make this all a false religion, to smear God and take people away from the truth. Just what it is. Okay, so that's what I have to share on my first video. Hopefully you got blown away and you see that 827 is it. I'm going to talk more about 829 and other things, and unlock the Guidestones, which this is mind-blowing stuff, what the Lord showed me. And Jesus revealing the day in the Gospels and things like that. You won't believe all this stuff. So this is just the beginning. Hopefully you were blown away by this information, because it blew me away when I got to all of it. And so without any further ado, I'm done. I thank you. And again, please share this with as many people as possible. This video and the next video. Please, I beg you. This is almost here. Okay, if anything, you could see what these people are doing, and this is none of this stuff in media, in the government, and everything is organic. It's all contrived. It's all made up to follow this, this false belief system that's guiding the whole world into one world government, one world religion, headed by the Antichrist, Barack Obama. It's crazy, and the false prophet, the Pope, the current Pope. It's crazy. So anyway, thank you so much. And I beg you to do whatever you can to get this out to people for their sakes, not for me. I could care less about any of this, about likes. I mean, likes are good. Put likes, please, because that gets to more people. And comments is good. Comment as much as you can. It's only to get to more people. It's not personally like I need more comments, more subscribers, more likes. I don't care about that. I want to get this out. This is why I'm sitting in my car during my job, taking my time out to do this for you, for all of you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. I don't make anything. I'm not making one dime off this. Okay? It's my complete motivation. I want people to not go through this horrible time that's coming. So, part 2 is coming soon in a day or two. This is Exalted Lamb 1, over and out.